Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream for tonight. I know I've not streamed for a few days. I've been a little bit busy because I've sort of left my old job and I'm in the middle of transitioning to a new one. So yeah, it's all been fun for the past few days. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a bit more World of Warcraft because I definitely have the itch to play this at the moment, which is yeah, taking up quite a lot of my time. So yeah, we'll get into it in a second. Let me just try and do something here. Yeah. And there we go. All right, so we switched it over. I'm actually trying it tonight with the built-in overlay, which I found out. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, Kevin. He's doing me head in. It's like, especially leveling on classic. My God, it takes so long to get to well, as you can see, I'm level 23. It's yeah, not very good. I even had like a bit of a boost off my friend. He boosted me through like a few dungeons and stuff, which is the reason why I'm playing a Ret Pally, but I've got a one-handed weapon and a shield just because of the fact it's better than anything that I can find at this point. So yeah, it's been fun so far. But I've basically, well, I've not been streaming it just because I've not really been playing it a lot. I've just been playing it as and when I can. Oh, yeah, we don't want to be going over to Outland. Um, I've completed basically all the Ghostlands. Completed all these. I've got to go back to the Horde sort of place, but I don't know if I'll bother doing that tonight. But goal for tonight is I want to try and get over to Ashenvale, um, just because I think it's sort of the place that I should be questing now. The plan was to go to Stone Talon, but I think I've kind of over leveled it a bit now. If I start leveling there, I don't think it's going to get me because I'd have to do all these low level quests then to go up to this. But I think if I just go straight to Ashenvale, it might be all right. But I will just check this leveling guide that I've been kind of following. Yeah, it does say Ashenvale to go there at 25. So he's maybe I will go to Stone Talon and have a look around there. So yeah, sadly, a lot of this stream I think he's just going to be walking around and basically getting all the flight paths. All right, have you nearly finished them all, sort of thing? That's cool. Have you not thought about giving Classic a try? Because like, I mean, you can't. Well, I've got no interest in Burning Crusade really. I never really enjoyed playing it. This guy that I'm doing, I'm literally doing him just because I want to level up to get to level 70 before Wrath of Lich King comes out, which I think it's going to come out probably around end of the year, like December. So it's kind of good because a lot of people have a lot of time off around December as well, because obviously with Christmas, so it's not too bad with that. Yeah, I kind of like this overlay though, because Streamlabs has like its own overlay built into it, and I can actually see on screen like where my mouse is here. It's got like a little bit of an overlay to display things. I think I'll have to tune it a little bit, but oh, a little spider has actually just joined me on stream here. Let me see whether I can catch him. Oh, I think he's buggered off. Oh well, we was gonna have a spider on stream there, but no, apparently he's disappeared to somewhere. Yeah, no, I can agree with the leveling time. It does take a long time, but a lot of people do. Like, I'm in my friend's guild. He's been in like this raiding guild for like the last 5 years that he's been running. So it's like getting boosts off them is kind of handy if I need to. The game's not dead by any means. I mean, look at the amount of people just in Org. There's loads of people on this server. The server is actually full apparently, but I've not had any problems with it so far. And I found like a really easy way of making money on it as well, which is basically selling herbs, and I'll see whether I've actually sold them. It looks like I have. So let's go and check them. So you get these little rotting hearts. Now, they sell for quite a lot, and they're very easy to get in the place where I was. So I farmed quite a few of them, and I'm just waiting for them all to sell off. So yeah, I might have to change the opacity a bit more of this because it's weird because I can't resize things, which well, I don't think I can. So the overlay is kind of new. You can only just about do stuff. Yeah, the money's like daft on that game at the moment. I remember from doing Battle for Azeroth, it was like I went into it with about 100k, which was quite a lot, like pre Battle for Azeroth, and then it ended up like I had what was it? I had like nearly 400,000 by the time that I quit in that expansion, which wasn't even a lot because there was like mounts for like 1.8 million, and it's like what? Um, but yeah, I managed to get 73 gold, which for a level 23 is the most amount of gold that I've ever had on any character or someone's killed an Ixia. Excellent. Oh, he's got the fucking Warglaives. Look at him. Nice. One thing I have noticed though on this server, which I can't remember if it was as prominent back in the day, but basically you get all these people doing the let's see if I can remember the name of it from it. That's it. GDKP. And what they're basically doing is you do, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, um, you essentially go into a group with other people that you don't know, and you end up anything that drops like item wise, you have to pay money to the group to get it. So you'll have like a bidding war. So what you could do is you could get like an item that nobody else needs, and you could say I'll bid 10 gold for it, and then you get it. But a lot of people have like these bidding wars where basically like what this guy here is saying, where he's saying 1,500 gold for this item, 800 gold for this item, minimum. And people join that, and then what happens is all the gold that gets put into this big pot at the end of the raid, it gets like split up amongst everyone. So you could end up going into like a raid with these people. You don't like people go into them to basically not get any gear. Even if they need the gear, they just won't bother. And you come out with just like a sort of part of this pot. Um, and it's a lot of people use it. Well, like this guy here, he might have got it a legitimate way, but he's probably paid money for it because I've seen a lot of people paying for them, which is kind of a bit weird, really. Um, okay, now is it like an old priest then, Kevin? That like a sort of the Burning Crusade? Because I think the original World of Warcraft gear, most of it, like World of Warcraft Classic, most of it's gone in the game now, so you can't get that anymore, and that's probably why. Well, might be why it's coming up with the whole web like saying it's not available anymore. Can't get my words out tonight. I mean, I've only had one drink as well, so I don't I don't know what that's all about. Communal set. Alright. Is it like an actual armor set, or is it like a special set of armor or something? I can't see. I'm not very familiar with priests because I've never really played one. Because I always kind of just thought rather than play a priest, I'd just rather play a mage. But I don't know if they play anywhere near the same. I mean, I've played one, but probably only to like level 5, so 5 or 6 probably, and that will have been on. I'd probably say like Cataclysm or more likely Legion, because I think Legion was where I just kind of got bored and just played random classes. All right, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, because I know you get these weird little armor sets, and it must be one that they removed from the game, but it's still sort of there, sort of thing. I'm not gonna bother with all these. Yeah, so like I said, the goal for today is I kind of need to get the flight locations for a few of these places. So I'm just going to run around. Paladins, this the whole reason why I chose to do a paladin over any other class. I know hunters, do get speed bonuses, but as I've explained before, I don't want to do a hunter because I've played the living shit out of my one on retail. So paladins get this thing here called Pursuit of Justice, which makes them just move 15% faster, which is very handy for when you don't have a mount. And even when you get a mount, you get an extra 15%. So it's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's because when they changed the level cap, they sort of I don't know, it's like rounded it down. So say you were max level in like Cataclysm, it'll round it down to a point where you might have like a level 35 or something in it. But then you'll go on that level 35 and probably just by like killing a single creature, you'll level up like 2 or 3 levels. It's a bit daft, really. I don't know why they've done it in such a way. Yeah, exactly. It is one thing that I'm kind of worrying about with this because I know Twitch does obviously monitor for copyrighted music and all this sort of stuff. And I have actually had one copyright claim. Well, it sort of automatically muted it because it thinks it was copyrighted music, but it wasn't any. It was like some title music off a game that I was playing. So yeah, I'm not really too sure with all that sort of stuff, but I don't know whether Blizzard really even give a shit to be quite honest. So yeah, I know it's there's some places in this place as well that like the music is amazing. And I think I'm gonna skip the area as well. So it's down here. In I think it's Booty Bay it is, isn't it? I can never quite remember the name of it, but the the music is it's pretty top notch in that area. But I'm gonna try not doing Stranglethorn Vale this time, just because I always do Stranglethorn Vale. Same with like Tarren Mill. I'm going to avoid basically this entire area. I've been here obviously to go into doing this, but Hillsbrad and I can never remember the name of that. Alsteric Mountains. I'm just not going to bother. Yeah, it's a weird one because like the copyright. Well, it wasn't really a copyright strike. It was just like Twitch automatically decided to mute it. It was on my Space Marine playthrough, so it was just kind of like they muted a portion of like one of my videos. I think it was like a minute that they muted, but yeah, I'm not really too worried about that. But yeah, one thing that I'm considering doing because the classic has it has some of the retails things like sort of water graphics and as you can see here like the foliage. It it's not like this in classic. You're not really supposed to have this much. So when you're trying to find herbs, which I've been doing a lot of herbalism, you can't find them. It's so hard to find them in like, well, I'm not too sure here how it's going to be, but where I was previously in like a swamp, it was just so difficult. Oh yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, good old Games Workshop. They love charging you for anything that they possibly can charge you for. Absolute nightmare they are. In fact, you know what? We're gonna go up to Ashenvale first here because my plan is I just want to get this flight path because I need to go to a dungeon up here to get some whatever the hell that is from a paladin quest. So we're gonna go up to the flight trainer and then we're gonna come back down to Crossroads and then go over to Stone Talon. Now Stone Talon, I've never done it before to be honest, Stone Talon. So I'm quite intrigued to see what it's like. I'm guessing by the name, it's a mountain. I mean, it's fairly obvious, but yeah. So yeah, sadly for the moment, it's just going to be a little bit boring while I'm running around. But one positive is I actually bought big bags. um, I spent probably about I think these were 8 gold each. I think they were these bags. So they cost me quite a bit, but they've completely paid for themselves already because, I mean, look at the size of the storage that I've got. I'm never going to need to get any more. And, oh, they've actually gone cheaper on the auction as well now. I paid bloody nearly 8 gold each for these. But I can actually go and sell them because they're not soulbound. So if I don't need them at some point, I can just put them back on the auction house and hopefully get my money back. Although it looks like I might not be getting my money back. Right. Yeah, is the stream is it running all right tonight then, Kevin, or is it? I always get really paranoid about the stream because especially tonight because I'm running the game without having like Streamlabs up because I'm trying this overlay thing which has been pretty cool so far, to be fair. Right, let's get this quest. Maybe I can't pick up this quest yet because I cannot see. It'll be questy that's telling me that I can pick something up. Yeah, stream so. Yeah, I don't know. Then it must have just been like a temporary thing last time that I was sort of playing. But yeah, as you can see, I've I've reset the follow goal as well because well, it reset today anyway. So I was like, you know what, we'll just reset it and keep it at the same goal for next month because it's always fun. Let's minimize that. The whole reason why I wanted to actually test this thing tonight was that I could have this sort of leveling guide, I guess. It's not really a leveling guide because nowhere to go, but sort of just what area to go to open. Definitely need to have a bit of a play around with this overlay though, because it's okay, but it's quite big. It literally fills up like three quarters of my screen on the left hand side. So I've made it opaque, but I might have to turn off like recent events or something, and then just have chat because I think chat's the only thing that's actually worth having anyway. And if we have that, and then we can put the opacity back up to 70. Yeah, I'm wondering if there is actually an add-on for WoW that adds in sort of like a Twitch thing onto here, so I can actually have like a tab, and I can just basically select the tab and just do it from there. Because I've got it, I can turn it on and off. Which I think, to be fair, for now I can just keep the stream chat on. But I don't know whether it's going to alert me, for important things like follows and all that sort of stuff. But we'll figure that one out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that quest there, the lost pages, that can get fucked. I hate that. Hate it. It's the shredder operating manual where you've got to like collect all the things. It's like, oh, I don't think I've ever completed that. Yeah, I've ended up getting quite a few. I don't know if I got them through Curse Client actually, but I've got all these. I need to find something to replace Omen though, because apparently Omen doesn't work anymore, which is new to me. Because I used to use this all the time, like threat meter, but apparently it gave up. It's been well, yeah, the guy who made it gave up with it years ago. Um, so yeah, I need to sort that. Right, we'll hand in all these. It's not bad XP, I guess, but we'll gather all these at some point when I actually come back here. I do need to go to Ragefire Chasm as well, just because I've got part of my Paladin quest in there, and I thought I might as well pick this up because I'm already doing it anyway. Yeah, I think I might actually have Curse. I've either got Curse or I've got this other one that my friend was like saying to use, which it was basically just Curse. It just had like a different name. Because I know it all used to be through Twitch itself, and you could just go in there, but then Twitch decided to separate it all out for some weird reason. Right. I think that was all we had to hand in here. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna try and get, if I can get another 2 levels, I'll be coming back to this place. So I'm only gonna go to, oh, I'm not even, I actually don't even have the Orgrimmar flight path, but it's not a problem because I have my Hearthstone set to there. Right, let's go and get all the other ones. Um, so we want Crossroads and Stone Talon. Yeah, to be fair, it's not too bad. I don't know what my friend's doing, but I know I've got one of my friends said he might come on later, and then we'll try and get a few dungeons done. I think me and him can probably two-man Ragefire Chasm to the point where I need to get to. I need to basically get, I think it's Blood of the Wrathful or something from there. I've got to get 4 items basically, and it's the worst one's going to be this one up here. I need to get all the way to the other end of Ashenvale to do that, so it's going to be a long run. But yeah, I quite like Ashenvale. It's not a bad little leveling zone. I know it's predominantly Alliance, I think, this place, but the Horde side of it is quite good. Let me just actually check something here, because I think I messed up. Yeah, I did. Haha. Right, there we go. Yeah, I spent the entire time with no audio on the game. I always mute it at the start because it's like really it annoys me that in Streamlabs you can't set certain screens to have certain things. Ooh, it's a hard one, really. I mean, like I say, like the Booty Bay stuff, it's great that because it's just all like pirate music. I do also quite like so down here in I think it's Gad. No, it's not Gadgetzan. There's a basically like a goblin place down here. I can never remember the name of it, but that has some quite cool music to it as well. So it's that's I like that. I don't mind Ashenvale as well actually. Ashenvale's what you can sort of hear at the moment is quite nice. It's just nice and relaxing. I used to play the game with the music completely turned off, but I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. It just seemed like a stupid idea, really. And then, yeah, I ended up turning it on, and yeah, it was like, oh right, music's actually pretty good. I think it was because I always knew Booty Bay was pretty good, because I'd listened to it a few times already, like just the audio for it, and then just ended up turning it on, and I've never turned it off since. No, it just makes the game so much better. Yeah, Northrend. Oh, I can't show you on the map, but it's the one over the left hand side where it's not the undead. Well, yeah, it might be different for Alliance because like the one on the right hand side's undead, and then the one on the left hand side is like kind of everything else, like orcs and all that sort of stuff. So, but the music there is actually really good. I quite like that. And then obviously when you get into like Icecrown, Icecrown's got really good music. Fucking hell. Yeah, so look, so this guy here in this guild chat, he's basically saying he went to this raid, the ashes of I think it's Alor or Alar or something like that dropped, and he said from that raid because that dropped and people were bidding on it, so they obviously have gone for 29,000 gold for that in like classic is ridiculous. I don't know where people get this money from. absolutely crazy. Um, but yeah, he ended up making just out of a single raid 2,240 gold. So I don't know what it is because it's like the money seems to be so easy to make on Classic. You seem to be able to make like a ridiculous amount of money just by going to raids, like just pugging it. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna bother doing any of that sort of stuff myself, just because I've kind of got no interest in raiding with this guy because I'm literally just leveling this guy just to get him to level 70, and then I'm just gonna not play him again. Just getting ready for Wrath of Lich King so I can straight away make a Death Knight. But I think what they'll do it similar to what they did with Burning Crusade, where they released the Drenni and the Blood Elves. I think it was about a month before the expansion was released, so you could play as them and go to their starting areas. You just couldn't obviously go to Outland, just so people could get them leveled up, so that they were kind of in a position to go, oh yeah, I can, straight away go to Outland as one. Yeah, yeah. Well, like I was saying, herbs. Some of these herbs are like look at that. Each swift thistle is worth 1 gold, 9 silver, and it's really not rare. This, like, I've found loads of them. That there's what I kind of have been making all my money off. But I've been trying to level my alchemy at the same time here, and yeah, just trying to get this up to scratch with what I've got because they're quite useful. I've made like loads of potions here, and they have really helped when I've needed them there. So yeah, there are a lot of professions that seem to make quite a bit of money in this. Alchemy is always a good one though, because everyone who raids always need flasks. You always need flasks and everything, so I can't see that not being a good money maker, especially if I'm doing herbalism as well. Because I might also do herbalism on my next character, because I'm thinking of leveling a mage as well next. So I'm gonna try and do that. Yeah, engineering's really good because you can end up making loads of really useful shit for doing raids with, and even PvP. He's got some absolutely fantastic PvP items for engineering. I think one of the best items that I ever got um, was on my hunter, and it was so underrated, but it was such a good item. Was the oh, was it the goblin? I think goblin army knife that you could resurrect someone with it, and it just it had like a cooldown, but it had unlimited charges. And as a hunter, obviously, when the whole raid wipes, you just feign death, or as your whole party wipes or whatever you're doing, just feign death. Everything resets. You get up, revive a healer, who can then resurrect everyone. It's so good. It saves so much time in wipes for just for getting going again. Really, really did enjoy doing that. But I mean, I went engineer on my hunter just for other reasons as well. Yeah, I think there was one of them. There was like a defib kit which had like a 50% chance, and then there was another one that you made later on. It might have been even in Wrath Lich King that you made it, and that had, I think it was 100% chance or like 90% chance to do it. So you kind of always got someone up. So that was quite a good little thing for hunters anyway. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. It used to stun you. But yeah, I mean, even on retail to this day, I still use that item because it's like obviously hunters can't resurrect people, but because I've got that item, I can just resurrect people now, and it's so handy. Like they've never bothered to obviously make another item past that because what's the point? It's you make this item and you've got it, but you do need to be an engineer to use the thing, so it's like you can't just make them and sell them. I think if you could make them and sell them, it would be a bit shit that because it kind of defeats the purpose of like a paladin's got redemption to revive. It defeats the purpose of even having that when you can just buy an item to do it for you. But having it tied to a profession is pretty good. Yeah, the rocket boots. Oh, they were so good, them. Yeah, I did like the rocket boots. And the you might not come across them. Yeah, I'm not too sure because they were a Warlords of Draenor item, I believe. But the hand gliders, where you can use the hand, they're so good. The hand gliders. Like I've made hundreds and hundreds of them, and I've got them all in the bank on my hunter. And you literally could just anywhere on any of these expansions where you're up somewhere high and you're like, I need to go down there somewhere. You just get on your hang glider and just fly off. Oh, they're so good, the hang gliders. I definitely recommend it because it changes a lot of the gameplay for you once you unlock, well, once you get them. Because you can just fly, you can basically just fly anywhere that you're not supposed to be able to fly. And people have used them to like glitch out and get out of places and mess around with things. Yeah, they're good, really good fun they are. I'm sure it was Warlords of Draenor they put them in, but it might have been. I don't think it was Legion because I'm sure I had them before then. Jesus. Yeah, best way of doing it. Right, I did talk to that flight master, didn't I? I'm pretty certain I did actually talk to him. I'm just sort of forgetting things now. I'm trying to remember something else at the same time there. It's because I'm talking away to myself about a load of shite. Yeah, it's definitely the best way of making money, that though. Just basically sell everything that you don't. Well, anything that you're not using, just sell it. It's like I probably shouldn't be leveling my alchemy just because once I get a mount, well, once I get a level 60 mount, I can just come back to these zones and just run around the whole zone, just getting all of the materials. Because I'm leveling herbalism just because as I'm running around, the herbs are all there. But what I'm doing is like if I see things like this, like the Briar Thorn, I can just make a quick little divert over, pick it up, and then sell it if it's worth a bit, like the Swift Thistle. But if it's not worth loads, it's probably only going to increase in value. This sort of shit. So just keep it for leveling, really leveling alchemy, so it's not going to cost me as much money. But I think the Swift Thistles, I'm very tempted on just selling them all. Oh, fucking hell, the dinosaur thing.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I don't know what the hell he was doing then. But yeah, I was gonna do. I usually do skinning. Um, not the connecting oath, perhaps. Um, not too sure to be honest. Yeah, yeah. I can't. I'm not actually too sure like what that is. That's what he's gonna be like. Oh wow, that changed. It's like in like Minecraft where you change biome. That really changes biome, doesn't it? It goes from like savannah to like Rocky Mountains pretty much instantly.
Greetings.
Right.
Oh,
Kill goblins quest. I like them because I hate goblins.
winds be at your back.
Let's have a look. So yeah, the quests are not the best here because they're only level 19, but it's because I ended up getting boosted a little bit last night, so I can kind of see why it's threw it out slightly. Let me just check something. Do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah, I need to. I might have to Google what that connecting oath thing is because I can't say I've ever heard of it.
That's still recharging.
got to kill things that I'm not even going to get any XP for just to start these quests. Good news is they are going to be very, very easy to kill, so I can probably pull quite a few of them.
I can't cast that yet.
I think these are just little scouts. Alright. Yeah, I was kind of like... Yeah, you do have to get the connecting flight paths, I think, still. But I'm sure I'm sure I talked to him. It was one of those I was just like waffling on to myself as a sort of was travelling past. I don't think I can get that. Kill this guy and probably pull. I reckon pull like 4 of them. I can take four at a time easily of these guys. Oh, that's a very high level herbalism thing. Oh, actually, I might be able to get this. Yeah, I hate typing on phones. It sucks, especially like because I've just got a new phone and all my autocorrects and sort of things that it's learned that I sort of like to type. It doesn't bring all them across when you transfer everything across to a new phone, and it's like it's having to learn everything all over again, which kind of sucks, but you can't beat Consecration. It just absolutely destroys things. I love it. I've been trying to figure out whether I should be using Seal of Command or Seal of Righteousness, and I think I should be using Seal of Command because the sort of build that I'm following, it said to put a point into this, and I think it's basically just like a better version of Seal of Righteousness. Yeah. The problem is with like the classic that I found, if you try and level as a tank, you end up getting killed because you're not doing enough damage to things. Like when you're doing sort of Wrath Lich King, Cataclysm or whatever, it gets a lot easier for it because I think they up damage a lot for them specs. But at the start, it kind of sucks really for doing it, which is why I'm leveling this guy's ret. I know I've got a sword and a shield, but that's literally just because the sword that I've got is better than any two-handed weapon that I can get at the moment. So it's like it is a little bit broken. Right, so I've got to kill a few more of these mercenaries. Do I need to do anything else here? Right, so we've got the goblins. I know I'm gonna have to do something with these and end up coming back to this place. I just know for a fact I'm gonna have to do that. And I really don't want to be doing it because I'm not getting anything for doing these.
That's still recharging.
That's why I'm looking forward to leveling up as a Death Knight, because I'm just gonna level him tank. Because the Death Knight tanks were pretty decent, to be fair. I'm not arguing that they're pulling things towards me. I know it looks like I'm low on health, but I'm not. I'm perfectly fine here with these things. I've got many little tricks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the good thing about leveling as a warrior tank because the more you get attacked, the more rage you generate, and you can just keep doing your damaging abilities over and over and over and over again. So that kind of works pretty well. That I think leveling as a prot. Right, do I have to hand this? Where do I hand this quest in then? Oh, I need to kill a ruffian apparently. Is there any ruffians anywhere? But exactly. Paladins are. It's the reason why I've leveled a paladin. Just because I can do things like this and not have to really care too much about like what's actually going on. Because I always know I can kind of tank my way through fights. I should really just put Retribution Aura on there, but yeah, Paladins are ridiculously strong. Like I think it was kind of like Wrath of the Lich King where they started becoming extremely strong, and then I don't think they've ever really been nerfed past that point. Let's just save that fellow Paladin there, because I think he was gonna have a little bit of trouble. Oh yeah, I've got to go back there and hand that quest in. I think that quest I didn't really need to do, so that's probably wasted a little bit of time there. But oh well. Like I say, I've never done this area before, so I don't really know what's going to follow on. I can see I've got to get my Flight Master there, but there's all these other quests to do on the way up there, so yeah, we'll have to see what's going on with that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I remember that. I had that on my Warlock back in the day. I always remember laughing because it basically just looks like someone shoved a stick up the arse of the oh, what was it, like the mana? Oh, what was his? I can't remember what it was called, but you had like this demon that was really good at killing mages because it just used to tap all the mana off. Yeah,
Well met.
it's like my mate said in this guild. He was like, oh, if you want to raid as this guy, you're not going to be able to play him ret. And I just said to him, I'm not actually asked about raiding. Like I've got no interest in it at all.
May
It's
the eternal sun
You've got to have a
shine.
lot of free time, I find, on World of Warcraft to actually be a dedicated raider for things. Um, you know what? I'm not going to bother with this because what is he actually giving me for that 10 silver? I can't be asked. The XP was nice, but I would much rather get into this place rather than be stuck at the start doing low level quests. I think Holy Paladins were pretty good in Burning Crusade. I know, obviously, tanking is the main thing that Paladins were good for. Just because you kind of only had, I mean, on Horde, you literally had warriors and druids, and that was it. And then obviously they put paladins in, and paladins I think were a little bit better than druid tanks because the druid tanks not very good. They never have been very good at doing like big pulls of things. They're very very good 1v1, but yeah, I've never thought of them as that good for being like a second tank really. Not until a bit later on when they kind of fixed them a little bit, but yeah, they kind of did a lot of weird things with that holy power thing, which I didn't really like too much. Um, but yeah, it's just Blizzard doing things that they think works, but it just actually makes the game worse. It's like the thing with how they removed mana for hunters and replaced it with energy. When they first did that, it really sucked for playing a hunter because you just constantly were trying to like keep your energy high, and yeah, I did not enjoy playing it from that point onwards. Really, it made more sense in mana though because I guess it's like you're not really a magic user, are you? So I can see all these weird things here, but I might just go up for these up here. Maybe, I don't know. Nah, but I think we'll try and do a few of these. Yeah. But they ended up getting like that on a few expansions, the sort of paladins, that the tanks ended up doing more damage than some of the DPS. I know in Battle for Azeroth that was a pain in the ass because yeah, like the paladins would end up nearly being the highest DPS in your entire group, and they were also the tanks. So it was like, all right, okay,
Blood and
paladins
thunder
just get to do everything then. Yes, we do actually want that
for the horde.
because I think that unlocks a bit of this. I don't remember ever doing this place. I'm pretty certain I've never been to Stone Town. But yeah, I just want to get a two-handed weapon because it just looks so daft me using a sword and shield.
Come get the voodoo. Spirits be with you, man.
I know my Paladin quest, I do get a spear for it, which is a really, really good spear. I think it's the only spear in the game as well that is actually for Paladins, like spec-wise, because they just kind of ignore weapons that are not hammers for Paladins after like Classic, really. You just end up with a hammer for the rest of the game.
Talk to me later.
Right. It's kind of a bit weird, this place. But yeah, I'm starting to get a few more missions, so that's not too bad. Like I say, as soon as I get to level 25, I'm just going to abandon this place and go up to Ashenvale, because I'm not really too much of a fan of here. I have no idea. Like, I'm just not even following what people are saying in this guild. Okay. I think it's another low level sort of thing. Yeah, I don't need linen cloth anymore. Oh, I forgot to go and learn my first aid. Ah well, I'll do that. I'll do that later on off stream because there's kind of no point. Oh, there we go.
I can't cast that yet.
Oh, I think this guy is actually supposed to be like a leader of them, but you know, he died pretty easy.
Hail. Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah. I always hated killing healers in sort of battlegrounds because they were just so hard to kill. Especially if they had like proper PvP armor. You just did not stand a chance. In fact, I thought I'm trying to get some mana. Got to the point now where I can actually kind of put different blessings on myself, so I'm like, rather than it just always being blessing, I might. I've not got kings yet though. I think you get kings about level 40 actually. She just got fucking killed. What the fuck? Like, how many things just came to kill her then? Like, that seemed a little bit broken, but oh look, she's come back alive again.
Greetings. May the eternal
Right, there we
sun
go.
shine.
Hopefully this time we don't get like 10 things attacking her. Oh, Jesus. It's probably like the most unfair escort quest I've ever done, where you just get attacked by loads of things instantly. Yeah, I hate the bubble and hearth. It's like, oh look, I can just do that for 8 seconds, and then I can either Hearthstone out of there, or I can just heal myself twice or something like that. In fact, yeah, more, twice, maybe a flash of light, which would get me up to full. It's like, it's a little bit broken that, but it's a thing that paladins, I guess, have always been able to do. It's not bad. Tell you what, this Tauren is just completely oblivious to everything that's going on here. I'm gonna have to put my tanking spec on, I think. Well, tanking ability. Yeah. I really do hate the escort quests. Especially when they move this slow, it's like, woo. Why can't they just run? You know, it's like, slowest person. Come on. Yeah, might have to. The problem with this overlay is really annoying. It really is. It's like I can't like read things behind it or anything. You have to like mess around with the opacity, but I'd like it if I could change the size, but it's like a fixed size for me. So it's like, yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Oh, come on, how far do I have to escort you? Camp Apogee. Oh shit, what the hell am I escorting this woman to? How far have I got to escort her? Alright, thank God it's only there. I thought I was having to escort her all the way into a thingy. No, it's PvP this server. Yeah, it's to be fair, I only really play PvP servers now because it makes things a little bit more interesting. Like I used to just play sort of PvE servers all the time just because you know you turn PvP on when you want it and then turn it off when you don't. But they kind of make it a lot more fun by just having that constant threat of like I'm walking here and some guy could literally just appear and kill me. Yeah, I think it's because I've got this UI here. It's very small with the icon. It has like its own custom icon rather than the standard thing. Oh, fucking hell. Like, escort her all the way here and she's probably gonna get killed by this dick. Or maybe not. Oh, come on, this is the camp. This is the camp. Stop fucking walking. Ah, there we go. Okay, you run off over there and get killed by that guy. Oh. Right, back we go again. I was kind of hoping I would have to have gone to where I'm gonna actually go to pan this quest in, but apparently not. Apparently I'm having to go all the way back to the place where I've just been. Little bit annoying, but oh yeah, good old Asmongold. Yeah, that guy's played this game way too much. Like way too much. Like I've played this game way too much, but I fully just don't know how the hell he can still play it. Like he's mad, absolute madness. I guess he's a completionist though, isn't he? So he wants to get 100% of the achievements, but I've literally never give a shit about any of the achievements in this game. Right,
We
okay.
shall meet again.
So I'm assuming, yeah. So now yeah. So let's hand that quest in with him to then get another quest to go to the place where I was already going, to go and tell them, oh, look, this person's alive. Whereas I could have just skipped that entire bit. Huh, that's cool. Huh. Yeah, I didn't actually know that. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna go for this bruiseweed here because it's one of the few things in the low level area that actually can still level up my herbalism. Good old failed attempts at picking up some herbs. I don't know. Oh wow, 2 in a row. He's got some decent amount of that. Do you know what? I don't even think that bruiseweed's worth a lot. Yeah, 10 silver. We're not going to go for that one. I just really can't be arsed. Trying to actually get a few missions, well, a few quests done here, I think. Because I've got all these little creeper things that I've got to kill. I ended up staying like up really bloody late last night playing this game. I think I got to bed about 5:30 in the morning. But it was because I was on my sort of leaving due for work. I was on a leaving due and I couldn't drink because I had to drive into the office because I had to collect loads of stuff to bring it home. And I ended up having like one drink, and then it was like right at the start of the night, and then I got home about 12 o'clock. But because I've been drinking like basically just Coke all night, I just could not get to sleep, and I was just wide awake. It was fucking horrible. That's why I try not to drink like fizzy drinks and shit after a certain time now, because it's just keeps you up all night. It's probably a sign I'm getting old. Oh, there we go. Let's kill that. Oh my god, I actually get XP for killing this. But yeah, I've finally finished the job that I've been at for 4.5 years. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. But yeah, yeah, definitely. Like you can just waste so much time on this game. Like really, I don't actually like the game that much. It's kind of a bit of a shit game. But it seems to have this very weird way that it keeps you playing it, and I don't know how it does it really, but there's definitely something strange because like I can play other MMOs and I will literally give up after a week. I'll get so bored of them after a week and just don't want to play them. But there's something that they've done in World of Warcraft where they managed to keep it interesting, even if I've completed all this content hundreds of times before now, like absolutely loads of times. Yeah, it must be something to do with like dopamine of, oh look, you've completed this, you've got this item. Look, now you can get more things, and it's like, yeah, I don't know how they do it, but it's a strange one because no other MMO that I've played manages to get that recipe right for it. Because I always just get really bored of them after a few days. Admittedly, I do try to stay away from playing MMOs these days, just because they take up so much of your life. It's ridiculous. We're gonna go and kill this. There's apparently a boss up here, like a sort of special thing that we've got to go kill. So we'll kill that. Might have to install retail again at some point and go on that and have a look around at things. I've not got Shadowlands or anything, but oh god, keep yawning today. But yeah, I've not got Shadowlands, but I can still log into it because obviously I've got membership. But I've just got no interest at the moment of playing that. Yeah, Matrix Online, the one where the place where Morpheus gets killed, and then they kept that as like canon for the new film, which I thought was quite funny. It's like I don't that new film, like a lot of people didn't like it. I just thought it was kind of a bit of a 5 out of 10 sort of film. It wasn't very good, but it also wasn't as bad as what people said it is. Like I enjoyed having a new Matrix film to watch because the old ones were absolutely amazing, but it was probably I'd probably say it was the worst of them. But it was still kind of interesting with some things. Some things they did, it was a bit crap, but like how they pandered to a certain target audience with things. But I might swap these two round because I'm pretty certain this Seal of Command does more damage. Because when it procs, it does a shitload of damage. It does way more damage than what this does. So I am thinking of just swapping these two round and just getting rid of this. It's 51 mana. He's 4 mana more, but yeah. I guess this one's kind of good if you're having like a PvP fight because you're doing more damage, but yeah, I mean, I did really, really like Matrix 1 and Matrix 2, well, and I did like Matrix 3 as well, actually. To be fair, I liked all of them. Well, I liked them all well enough that I've watched them many, many, many times. But that Matrix, I probably won't watch it again. Not for a while at least, just because I'm not really that arsed about watching it. But as like a one-off thing, it was all right. Just wasn't amazing really. Oh shit! I think I've kind of pissed off whatever this thing is. I think the problem is when they try and like reboot some of these franchises that everyone likes. It's never the same like team that made the originals. Even if it's like the same director and stuff, they never bring back the same story writers and like producers and everything, and that's the thing that ruins it. They bring in like a new set of people, and directors and producers and writers these days are a lot different to what they were back in the day. They're kind of shit, to be fair. So it will always be a different film. It's like the new Ghostbusters that they did. I actually quite liked it, the new one, just because I liked a lot of the actors in it, and I thought I'm talking the Ghostbusters, you know, the new one, not the Fembusters, because that was the worst film I think I've ever seen in my life. It was absolute shite. But yeah, the new one was all right. I actually quite enjoyed watching it. You know, it had all right CGI. The story was kind of a bit, yeah, 50-50, but it was decent. It was like an all right story. It wasn't anything that you were like, oh, this is complete bollocks. Um, and yeah, it was quite good, and the cast were really good. But yeah, that honestly, it was a tough watch. Um, yeah, within the first, I'd probably say 60 seconds of it, I was cringing, like really badly cringing at some of the apparent jokes that they were doing, and they were just not funny at all. Like, yeah, it was not, it was not very good. But yeah, the new Lord of the Rings that they're doing, mm,
That
I'm,
spell isn't
as
ready
much as I don't like what they've revealed so far, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. And the only reason I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt is because the Teen Titans show. I know it's completely different, but they did you've probably seen it. The Teen Titans live action. Now, when they first announced that and gave trailers out for it, it looked so bad. It looked like one of the worst TV shows that would ever come out. Now, I didn't watch it for a long time. And then I watched like the first season, and I tell you what, it was actually really, really good. Like I actually really, really enjoyed watching it, and I've watched all the second season. I've binge watched shit out of that, and I know they've got the third season. Um, but that's what I mean. It's very, very good, but the trailers and what they were doing with characters like making Starfire like a black woman and doing all this sort of stuff, it made it out that like a lot of people didn't like it because of that, and it got a lot of hate. And I mean, I didn't like the look of it because I thought the CGI looked like shit. But when I watched it, it was actually really, really good. And if Amazon can pull the same thing off, you know, it's not going to be that hard for them to do it. That they could pull that off with the Lord of the Rings show. So it does look like it's shit at the moment, but it might come out and actually be pretty decent. And that's kind of my hope for it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not being as skeptical with it as I generally would, because of how much that show actually surprised me at how good it is. So I will give it a chance when it comes out. I'm definitely going to be like, right, you know what? You can have, you'll have one episode to convince me it's worth it, and if it's not, I won't be going back to it. I mean, Amazon are not going to care that I'm not watching it, you know. But if it's like that for everyone, yeah, exactly. It's one of those. Amazon generally don't make rubbish things. Like they have a good track record of making very good shows, and I'm kind of hoping that they're going to do it here, even though it does not look like it's going to be. Um, I don't know who's directing it or producing it, but they probably should have tried to get Peter Jackson involved in some way. That's all I'm going to say. Because no matter what this person does, Peter Jackson probably would have made it better. And I don't know what his price is for him doing things, because I know he's quite a big sort of director. But you know, I'm sure, considering they've spent what is it like 50 million per episode, it might have been worthwhile them actually going, yeah, you know what?
Can't cast that yet.
I think we should pay him.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Yeah, the Vikings. Yeah, I don't know what it. So I really like Norse mythology, like really, really like Norse. I mean, my dog's called Odin, my cat's called Loki, or one of my cats is called Loki. I've got a Viking drinking horn up there. I really, really like the whole mythology about it, and that show should have been good for me. But I tried to watch the first season of it, and I just could not get into it. There was I don't know what it was. I like the actor. I like the guy who plays Ragnar. I think it's yeah, Ragnar Lothbrok, isn't it? Because he was actually a proper guy, like a real person. And yeah, I really like the guy. I just didn't like the show too much, and I could never get into it. So I don't know. I might try and go back and watch it, but I don't know whether it's one of those. I don't know whether I'll actually ever be asked to do it. But it was a weird one that because it should have been something that I liked really, just because of what the theme of it was and all this other stuff. So, oh really? I've got to go all the way back down. I'll tell you what, this question area, I don't like it so far because every time that you get further up here, you complete a mission and have to go further back down there. Yeah, to be fair, I don't know whether I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but I actually really like the World of Warcraft movie. I thought it was really good. It obviously kind of didn't stay to lore with certain things, but I don't really care. It's like the visuals are pretty good on it. The CGI was actually pretty top notch. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and yeah, it was an enjoyable film. I have actually watched it a few times. I think I've seen it about 3 or 4 times, just because it's quite interesting. I think why it was received quite badly was I think it came out around the time that Warlords of Draenor came out, and it kind of had a bit of things from that were sort of the lore of that game, and people obviously didn't like Warlords of Draenor because it completely tanked the player base. But I mean, I didn't like Warlords of Draenor, but I thought the film was pretty good. I didn't go to the cinemas or anything to see it. I waited until obviously it came out. I think I saw it on Amazon Prime actually. I think it came out on there like about a year and a half later or something. But yeah, it wasn't too bad really. But like I say, I know it's one of those, like you say, it's has quite a split opinion that some people like it and some people don't like it. But I always like to try and give an unbiased opinion of a film. I like to go into it and at least give it a chance. I mean, Ghostbusters ruined that chance well, Fembusters, I should say, ruined that chance within 10 seconds of it starting. So, yeah, that shows you how shit that thing is. Um, but I've had a few films where I have gone into them expecting it to be
What you
absolute
want?
garbage and gone, you know what? It's
Spirits
actually
within
quite
me
quite a
abide.
good film, this. Um, I can't think of any off the top of my head actually recently because I watch a lot of films just because my little brother obviously, like you know, Kevin, he works in Odeon, so we get a lot of free cinema tickets because we can just go and see pretty much anything for free. So we go quite a lot. We're actually going to see that new one about Vikings. Oh, what is it called? 1 minute. I am just gonna have a look here. It might even be called Vikings actually. Let me have a look and see. No, that's it, Northman. Um, which I've heard it is really good. That film, like I've heard it's supposed to be amazing. The guy who makes it made I think it was the Lighthouse, and he made another one, and the Lighthouse was such a like weird film, really really weird film, but really really good. Yeah, a film that I like, but other people don't. Just trying to think of one now. There are quite a few, to be fair, that I do actually quite like. Um, I'm kind of a big fan of martial art films, and I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like pretty much any martial arts film that's ever come out. I do quite enjoy them. Um, Even all the bad ones, like the bad films, I actually, I do like them. But I'm trying to think of like a specific film that a lot of people don't like. Let me let me have a quick look. So, best way of finding out what films people don't like is to go on Rotten Tomatoes and have a look on there and see what are the lowest rated films. Um, let's have a look. Is there actually a way? Well, actually, that is a good point. I don't know if there is a way of looking at that. Yeah, I didn't really like The Core, to be honest. I think I'm one of them people that just didn't really like it too much. Um, it's it's one of those, like, I know I can see why a lot of people did like it, but Citizen Kane. Oh, I fucking love that film. Top 10 lowest scores. I've never heard of any of those films. See, I'm trying to find like a list of like the top worst films. Just so I can have a look, because there's probably a lot. One of the films that I really don't like, that I know a lot of people did like, is Black Panther. I really just did not like that film in the slot. Like, I thought it was one of the worst films that I've ever seen in my life, which is quite a lot of people really like that film, but it was literally just The Lion King. That's all it was. There was no difference between The Lion King and that, really, story-wise. uh, Head to Mars. Shut up, Jollive. Head to Mars. I really don't know why, but like, um, because like that film that you've said there, it's probably not the film, but it just reminds me of a film that I saw on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was, I think I was around one of my friends, and it was really like, it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. We were really drunk, and it was like, you can't hear me, Jollive. I can literally hear you. So shut up. Um, and it was, oh, what was it? It was War of the Worlds 2. It was, and it was so bad that it was actually really really funny. Mission to Mars. No, I don't think I've seen that one. Let's have a look and see if I can find it. Mission to Mars. Mission to Mars. But yeah, War of the Worlds 2, honestly, it's such a funny, really funny film. They literally get in like a standard jet, just like a random American jet, like an F-16 or something, and they just fly to Mars in it in about 5 minutes. It's so daft. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this Mission to Mars. I can't quite. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen that. I know the main actor from it, but I don't think I've ever actually seen the. Right, let's have a look. Right, so I've got apparently got a list of really, really bad films up here that people have voted as absolutely terrible. Um, See, the problem is they're all actually terrible films. Like, they're all like your really shitty B movies. Oh God, that um that Adam Sandler film, Jack and Jill. That's one of them. It's got 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, that deserves that. That was absolute shite, that film. My God. Oh, Meet the Spartans. Come on, Meet the Spartans did not deserve to get a really bad rating. It was actually quite good. I, yeah, actually, you know what? That is one film that I did quite like. So a lot of people didn't like them, but the old Mortal Kombat films. So it's like Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I think Annihilation in particular people really hated. I actually quite like them. I've got a thing for, do you know, pretty much any video game that's turned into a movie, I do quite like them. Like Resident Evil, there's another one. All the Resident Evil movies, even like the last few, well, I've not watched the latest one, but I've heard that is like terrible for other reasons. But yeah, I actually really do like them. The pretty much any movie of a game, I will watch it and probably enjoy it. The I don't know why. I think it's kind of like my guilty pleasure with that. But yeah, I think yeah, yeah, I really did like Mortal Kombat. Oh, I mean, how can you not like the Super Mario movie? Like, it's absolutely fantastic, that Super Mario movie. Oh God, I loved it. I actually thought it was like hilarious. The, it was kind of like before memes were a thing. That film was a meme, really. It was just, it was so bad it was good. It's one of those like, yeah, I didn't like it, but I thought it was quite a funny film because it was. I mean, it was nothing to do with Mario really. It had nothing to do with Mario, but yeah, it was at least bearable in some way. Um, oh God, some of these films are absolute shite that I've seen here. What the fuck, Max Steel? I don't know what the hell that is, but that got 0%. Um, okay. God, this list of films is actually quite eye-opening, really. That there's quite a few films on here that weren't that bad, but apparently they were pretty bad. I don't even know what it is. It looked like it was basically from the cover art of the film. It was a guy in like an Iron Man suit. So I'm assuming it's basically like a fake Iron Man film, just from looking at that. So it's like someone's probably tried to copy the Iron Man format and just completely bodged it. Right, I think we finally made it to the place where we needed to be. I'm gonna go back though and kill all those goblins and Super Reaper 6000, whatever that is. Probably another one is actually like Batman versus Superman. I thought that was quite a good film. I thought it was, but Justice League was like 50-50. Zack Snyder's Justice League, well, that was amazing, really. That was really good. But the one that they released originally wasn't very good, but it wasn't mega shit either, really, I
I've
guess.
been expecting you.
But yeah, actually, Batman vs Superman, I know it got a lot of shit basically for for not being the best, but yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was really good. Do you know what? I think I've seen Shaolin Soccer.
Be
Um,
careful.
because I think.
Walk with the
Let me just see. I'm sure the guy who did that. I might be wrong, but I think it's the same guy that did Kung Fu Hustle, or it was someone who was involved in Kung Fu Hustle. Yeah, it's the same director, Stephen Chow. Yeah, I have seen Shaolin Soccer actually, because yeah, I Kung Fu Hustle is like one of my favorite Kung Fu films of all time, and I know it's like it's not a proper Kung Fu film because it is like a full-on comedy, but I still think it's amazing. Yeah, Jolliv, I've actually already done that, by the way. I don't. Well, you said you can't hear me, but I have done that. Yeah, you can actually.
You wish to speak? Walk with me, gentlemen.
But yeah, pretty much anything by that Stephen Chow guy. I kind of like him. He's very very good. I'm assuming Kevin, you've watched Kung Fu Hustle, because if you've not, I'll be very shocked that you've not seen that because it's such a classic film.
State your business. Be ready for anything.
Let's get the flight path trainer. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the old Jet Li films. Do you know what film I kind of want to watch again, actually? That I've not seen for a bit. The three Expendables movies. Um, they were really, I really, really did enjoy them. They were just pure 80s action for like 2 hours. Really fun. And I know they are making a fourth one. Apparently, it's nearly done. So I might actually need to give them a watch again before I, well, before the fourth one comes out. Let's just sell all this crap. Okay, don't know what that was.
strength.
Yeah, it's the Expendables. They're kind of like the stories are really shit. Like the stories are kind of all the same thing, but who cares when it's just all the old 80s action films? Um, just doing things. It's just it's pretty good. No, well, yeah, I think what they did, um, they were gonna do that with it. They were gonna like just have, the sort of, it's hard to, sort of like the 80s action hero, but like the women version of them. They were gonna put a few of them in, but I think what they've done is they've kind of just tried to add a few women into it.
What can I do for
Um,
you?
from like other things. I think they were speaking with, oh, what's she called now? She was like the kind of like the martial woman in Mandalorian. I can't remember her
Be
name, but she was
safe.
like an MMA fighter or something. And they were going to bring her into it, and I think a few other people they were going to bring in just to. Oh, I think there's actually missions up there. Just to sort of do that, but yeah, I know Arnold and Sylvester Stallone and all them are back in it, so it might just be a temporary thing that they've done. Right, so apparently there's quests up there, but how the hell do I get up there? Yeah, like Sigourney Weaver and stuff like that. They were going to add them in, which they might have already. Well, they might actually be doing that as well, but think there's got to be a path round here that I can go up. Yes, there is. But yeah, that's a good film that I am kind of waiting for. Let's see if there's any. There's not really any other films sort of that are kind of coming out soon that I'm actually asked about. I know these Doctor Strange 2 is supposed to be coming out like next week or something, but it's one of them that I'm not too fussed about superhero films anymore.
Go in peace.
Not unless they're kind of like trying to be like a standalone thing. Yeah, I know. I need to kind of mess around with this overlay a little bit. I wish I could make it smaller because I kind of only need to be seeing like 2 or 3 people's replies, but you don't seem to be able to change the size of it or do anything. So I'm gonna have to have a little bit of a look into what the hell's going on with that. So it is a little bit weird. Oh yeah. Oh, you're on about this bit here on the what is it like this whole section? I know I do need to look into that a little bit, but yeah, I thought for a second there I thought you were on about like my overlay that I can see, because where my overlay is, it's kind of like this whole section here, and when I'm trying to read things, like when I bring up this quest log, I can't read what the hell I'm actually doing there, because it's just covered up by loads of other text and stuff. I'm like, oh great. But yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be streaming for much longer anyway myself, because I'm going to shoot off and do some other bits. I'm probably going to die here now. Oh, nearly. Kind of the main goal for tonight on the stream was just to basically get to this place, and I think it's probably taken about 2 hours to get here. Yeah, nearly. Now about 1 hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, my camera and stuff. It's because I've got so many quests at the moment, so I don't really know. The problem is with the World of Warcraft UI, it's kind of a bit packed as it is, so I can't really move things anywhere. Not to the degree that I kind of want to do it. Yeah, let's have a look here. Oh, what's this doing? Yeah, it's all fun with the overlays and stuff. I don't think I can move this questy thing. Now, I remember I did get this add-on here to do it, but I don't think it can do specific things. Yeah, I think it's... What? Oh. I was kind of wondering what the hell that was then, but then I've realised what it actually is. Move anything. Yeah, no, I don't think I can do it through this. Yeah, it's that Questy. I'll have to have a look at that, because it's been annoying me. I kind of want to put Questy kind of over here and limit how many things it can display, but it's being a bit of a shit at the moment. So, right, we'll Yeah, that is it. It's that one there, Kevin. That move anything. It's supposed to let you move anything on the screen, but I think because I've got like a proper UI hooked over the top of it, it's not letting me move these things. And Questy, I think, has like a bit of a thing. All right, actually, wait 1 minute. It says control left click, hold that. It's not letting me do it. Maybe it means. Oh, there we go. There we go. It won't let me go any further than that though. That's weird. Let me. Yeah. So yeah, we've managed to kind of figure that one out. Who'd have known that if you hold over the question mark, it actually tells you things? I thought that that question mark was actually just, you know, because it's a quest tracker and that's generally what you're looking for. But I think that actually is the question mark to give you help for the for the add-on. But yeah, I kind of feel a bit stupid now. Right, so we're gonna go for that, and I'll probably just. Yeah, I don't think Jolly minds because I think he went to the pub tonight and he was in a he's in a takeaway or he might be still in a takeaway getting fried chicken. Because what he always does is he basically goes to the pub, has some drinks, comes out of the pub, goes to the takeaway that's next to the pub, buys loads of food, goes home, and then just like falls asleep and doesn't eat any of it. And that's kind of like what he does every time. So I think that's what he's up to. So yeah, he's not got like the audio one anyway, so it's fine.
Keep it real.
But yeah, I don't know. Streaming over the next couple of weeks is going to be a bit sporadic. I think it's going to be like as and when I kind of can do it. I'll probably do it, but yeah, it's going to be just with all like starting a new job and everything. It's going to be a bit strange, but yeah. Enjoy work tomorrow, Kevin. I'm gonna. Well, I think me and Steph are going down some canal or something with the dog, so that's going to be interesting. So we'll have to see with that. But yeah, have a good night and such.
I need to target something first.
Yeah, I don't start till Friday anyway, so it's not too bad. But we'll have to see how that goes. I've got to go shopping and get loads of stuff because I don't own like a pair of shoes or anything like that. Like just I own a pair of like dress shoes, but I don't have a pair of shoes that you would just wear sort of thing. So, oh, what's this? Might want to kill that. But yeah, anyway, I will see you in your next on, I guess.
I'm still recharging.
I think I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna get rid of Seal of Righteousness. I think Seal of Command instead. Right. We're missing loads of buffs here because I've just not been paying attention to what I'm doing. But I'm probably going to end the stream very shortly anyway, just because it's getting late and I'm kind of knackered to be honest. But I'll probably carry on doing a little bit off stream. I'm trying to get one of my friends to come and boost me through some low-level dungeons so I can get this paladin quest done. But we'll just have to see whether he'll do it, and if not, I will have to go find a group like the old-fashioned way, which sucks. Gotta hate goblins. Yeah, I don't know what this thing is, but we're gonna go and kill it.
Can't cast that yet.
It does quite a bit of damage. It's an interesting one, this, because I've never done this area before. In the probably getting close to like 15 years that I've played this game, it's one of the few areas that I've never actually done anything of. Can't go wrong with killing goblins either, really. It's always good fun. Right, just gonna get somewhere safe for a minute. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here tonight. Not doing a super long one, just because I've basically just been quite busy. I've got a few more things to do as well tonight, so yeah, we'll give it an end there. I want to do an Elden Ring stream, really. I really want to go back on it, but it's just trying to fit a bit of time into it because it's one of those games that I can't just play for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Like World of Warcraft, I can go on this, sit on it for 20, 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever I need, and then it's fine. But yeah, Elden Ring, you need a little bit of time to get into it, to figure out what the hell you're doing first of all, and then do it. So yeah, I'll try and get one of them done. I should have a bit of free time this week, so I'm gonna try and stream a little bit more. Just because the week after I'm not going to be streaming at all for, well, probably about a week and a half maybe. But I'll put something up on Twitter about that anyway and say like I'm taking a little, well, it's not really taking a break, but I guess it is. It's just works. Well, it's required that I take a break for work for just for just a little bit. Um, but yeah, and then we'll pick it up from there. I kind of want to. I mean, World of Warcraft, I'm going to probably stream quite a bit just because at the moment, Tarkov, I was going to stream Tarkov, and it looks like it's a bad time to be doing it because they're pissing around with the game again. Like they disabled loads of features of the game the other day that well, even allow you to kind of play. So I've just give up with it. I think what's likely going to happen is I'll go back on the new patch, which should be about June or July for that, and then we'll get back into doing that like quite hardcore with it because I do enjoy Tarkov. Streaming it's difficult, but if this overlay works, if I can get this overlay to actually work properly, then that'll be a massive bonus. And yeah, we'll have to pick. I need to pick up another single player game that I kind of want to play and just go through the story of it when I'm sort of fancying it. Just because I did quite enjoy doing Space Marine. And yeah, we'll just continue on with this sort of stuff. Yeah, I hope if anyone's watched tonight, they've had a good time. And I will catch you next time. See you later.